Trees, hope you're doing well today. Welcome back to my channel. Well, I have an exciting new recipe for you today, and it is hot dog chili sauce. And I haven't made this in years. My mother has a recipe in here, and I used to work at a recreation center. We used to make the chili sauce homemade, and I barely remember it, but I think I can pull it off. It might change a little bit. I have my new favorite ingredient. I like to add this to some things. This chili sauce, I like the sweetness. But I've kind of stored it already because I wasn't going to film this. I'm actually burning some onions right here. I have, I need to put the meat in here. I'm going to use ground beef. I'm sorry, let me put a little olive oil in here. But I have some purple onion, some Vidalia onion right here, a jalapeno, and roasted, the kind of red bell pepper you get in a jar, because I don't like the peeling of the raw bell pepper, unless I'm stuffing them or something like that. But you could totally use, it's really celery, bell pepper, and onion. But we added the jalapeno because we like the spice. So my ground beef I got here, and it's 85.15. I'm going to go ahead and add this to the pot. I tell you, this pot gets really hot. It's the cast iron, what do you call it? Enamel covered cast iron. But I'm going to add, this is a little over a pound, so I have quite a few vegetables in this recipe, but that's how we used to make it. And I want to break this up, make it really fun. I may put a little bit of water or a little bit of beef stock and cook it down so I can break it up extremely fine. Because I kind of want it, I'll show you, I want it kind of liquidy. But anyway, let me switch the camera around so you guys can see. And I have all my ingredients laid out. But it's tomato sauce based hot dog chili sauce. And there's no cumin, the only thing I'm going to put in here is chili powder. But anyway, you'll see. And I hope you enjoy the recipe, and wait till you see the hot dogs we're going to make. They're going to be so good. I've been craving this for so long. And I wasn't going to film it, but I said, well, might as well film it. Who doesn't like a good hot dog chili sauce? And some recipes call for a little barbecue sauce. I haven't decided if I'm going to put this. A lot of this recipe is you season to your own taste. You know, as far as garlic powder, chili powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, all those things. But of course I'm going to add my garlic. I'm going to add this much garlic. I like a lot of garlic in it. So, and I need to use this garlic. But I shouldn't have to drain this ground beef either. You could put a little ground pork in here, which I almost did. But I changed my mind. I tell you, we've been adding that ground pork to a lot of dishes, and it just adds a lot of flavor. But here's my other garlic. I might start buying that garlic that's already peeled. I like to chop a whole head at a time. So anyway, let me cook this up a little bit, and then turn the camera around, and then I'll show you the next step and some of the ingredients I'm going to be using. I got it broken up pretty well. I'm going to start seasoning it a little bit. I'm going to add salt. And by the way, I didn't mention this, but on this particular recipe, you want to chop your vegetables up pretty fine, or put them in the food processor. That's all you have to show them. That's onion powder. I'm going to add black pepper. I may add a touch of red pepper. I haven't decided. My black pepper is still, we just kind of throw it in there.
You want more garlic powder than that?
No. Actually, we needed to use this one first, Ella, because I'm not going to put the chili powder in yet, but I'm going to put a little smoked paprika in. And that's something that they never used, but I don't think they had that back then, or at least we didn't know about it. And a touch of oregano, just a touch. I really like the flavor of oregano. And then we'll give this a stir. And unfortunately, I think I just got smoked paprika all over the place. I only have 1 can of tomato sauce.
You need this yet?
This is the tomato sauce. No, when the ground meat's done, we'll use that. I only have 1 can, but I have these crushed tomatoes. And these are really delicious in any kind of tomato sauce that you have. But let me cook the ground meat a little bit more, and also this recipe calls for just a tiny bit of sugar. We're going to add that later too. Fully cooked, and I have just a tiny bit of fat in here, and I'm not going to worry about that. You could also put a can of tomato paste and add some water. I don't particularly like a lot of tomato paste. That's why tomato paste. Sorry, that's why I like to buy this tube, because you can use a couple of tablespoons and then put it back in your refrigerator, and it lasts a lot longer. And that's probably. I probably could have used the rest of this tube actually. This stuff is really good. I really like this. I like to wipe my edges off. So now I'm going to add a little bit of this chili sauce. I have a little bit in this container. I'm not going to put too much because it will take over. But I love the little sweet tang that it adds. It's become one of my favorite ingredients for tomato-based products. So what I'm going to do is I'll put some water in here and then shake it out, and I'm going to empty this. Add that. I don't mind if it has a little bit of water in it. That's okay. I don't want to open my new jar yet, so I'll put that back. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some chili powder. And I'm going to start with well, this doesn't even fit in here. So I'm going to start with about a tablespoon or more.
Oops. Oh well.
That's okay. A little bit more. Because remember that chili sauce is sweet, so we want to add a little chili powder in here. It's going to be so good. And also, I'm going to add the tomato sauce. And it depends on actually how thick you want yours. Now, if you want it thick, just add one can. I like mine to be just a tiny bit thin. I could have gotten away with using one. I'll tell you what. You know what? I don't think I should have cooked today because I just spilled all over the place. And I should be wearing an apron. But that's okay. So you want to turn it down when you're cooking tomato sauce because it will pop everywhere. And that looks a little dark, so we're going to add a little bit of these fresh crushed tomatoes. These are not seasoned. You can use this for a lot of things. But I want it a little thin. So let's see. And I'm going to add a little bit more. And then I'm going to add, I think, a little bit of water. And then I'm going to simmer this. I'm sorry if I sound a little frazzled. When I cook tomato products, I actually do get a little frazzled because I have OCD about my stove and it pops everywhere and I don't like it. So, now what we're going to do is give this a little taste and see where we are. So I'll be right back once I clean up my mess and turn this down and decide if we want to add a little water. Guys, off camera, now we did a little taste test. I added salt, pepper, and this, I wanted to empty this garlic powder out, so I just put a little bit of that. And we added a teaspoon of sugar. And it's really, really good. Let me try it again. It's really hot too. You know, you can, the longer you simmer this, the better it tastes. And you can make it spicier. I didn't put any hot sauce. The chili sauce gives it a really nice tang, but we like that. But if you don't like that, definitely don't add it because you can definitely taste it in the end product. But you can let this simmer. But we're going to make up some hot dogs so we can show you guys how we eat them. You can make a Frito pie with this. This freezes perfectly too. I'm so excited. You can also add a little beef stock to thin it out. I added a little water too, by the way. I'm trying not to make this video too long, but the garlic and all the vegetables just add a lot of flavor. And you know, like I said, it's your chili sauce. Depends on if you like your chili, you know, with cumin and all that stuff in it or not. Always doesn't. No, we're gonna put them in a pan. Anyway, let me show you how we make up our hot dogs. And oh, I gotta turn the oven on because we like to bake them. I wanted to show you. I put it in this pan. I got this idea from this. I learned this from my father. He always bakes them, but underneath there it's just a tiny bit of mayo and mostly mustard. And then I like to put the chili on top, and I like to put velvet. I can't remember if we put the Velveeta on top or the under the chili, but either way, I think it's on top. And I'm gonna add a little sharp cheddar. I'm gonna add some raw onion once it comes out of the oven, and I'm gonna add some jalapeno slices. You could add whatever you like, your favorite toppings, relish, whatever you like. But anyway, the chili sauce is really good, and you know, it would be really good on a frito pie. That would be good. But that's a good thing to have in the freezer for when you want a homemade hot dog. And Ella has chili sauce on her nose. Don't tell anybody, guys. But we're heating up the oven right now. She's mad at me. Sorry. You gotta put the right amount of chili on for you, whatever you like. So I'm gonna just take. I'm gonna block my pretty chili. I actually don't remember how my dad does it, but he's a really pretty. I think maybe he puts it on the inside of the bun. I might put chili on top of it too. And Ella wants cheddar on hers. I like all kind of cheese on mine.
Do you want that cheddar on yours too?
No, that's good. But when it comes out of the oven, I like to put my onion on there, and I like lots of onion. But anyway, I kind of messed mine up. I'm gonna have to put some chili on top because we need a good picture. So I'm gonna put this in the oven probably for about, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes, and then we'll show you what they look like when they come out. We can't talk today. I kept them in the oven about 7 or 8 minutes, but the bread is crispy right on the edges, and the cheese is all melted. And then I chopped these onions up really fine, and I'm only gonna eat a couple of jalapenos because we put a dash of hot sauce on the hot dog chili sauce is what I want to call it. This is gonna be so good. So I hope this inspires you to make homemade hot dogs. We're also making some French fries to go with them. We're really cheating today. But we've been fasting all day, so we're going to eat well tonight. Okay, well, here's my plate, and we're going to share these fries. But I'm going to have to cut this with a fork because I actually added more mustard and ketchup. I just add all kind of stuff to my hot dog. But let's cut it. And you could use any hot dogs that you like. You can see the bread is crispy. I'm gonna take a look. It's probably really hot. I always kind of like dissect it. So good. So good. Well, I hope you enjoyed this kind of crazy video, kind of crazy recipe where you just, you know, season to your taste, but the vegetables, tomato sauce, and chili powder. Anyway, it's so good, and this is what I've been craving. So I'm going to go now. Please subscribe for more videos. I would love to have you join my channel. I love all of you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.